everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much again for joining me here. Quick look at Matic, seeing what's going on. I got a request from one of our community members here. Thank you again so much for the request. Future reference, you can put that in our TA request section within our Discord here. And again, quick congrats to our community members for some awesome profit. Nice little 20% short from Bitcoin and an 80% long from basically 60,000 to 65K. Keep in mind, we do use leverage, of course. We also have spot holds and things of that nature, but generally speaking, when it comes to Bitcoin, I 10x Bitcoin and I like to 5x altcoins. I just like to throw it out there so people understand generally my risk ratio, so to speak. It's pretty, it works well for me. And again, it's not for everybody, but I have a good signals guide in case you want to alter that or perhaps use something otherwise. So make sure you read through that if you're new to our community. We got a lot of new members coming in here. Quick little heads up on Matic. We want to look at the backend data here, kind of see what's going on. See, I forget if I have the chart saved here or not. Looks like we do. And we're going to go ahead and see what's going on here with liquidation, because we do have a double top on the charts, but we also have a lot of liquidation at this rough estimate about 55.2 upwards of 56 cents. So 55.20 upwards of 56 even is some liquidation there. We can kind of see that reflected here at 57 as well on the larger time frame. So an easy way to understand it, anything above the current high is going to be heavy liquidation. We're going to have liquidation all through here, okay? And the reason why that's relevant is because we have more likelihood of the price going up than down because of that. Now, is that a guarantee the price just shoots up? No, it does depend on Bitcoin closing at 65K or higher today. I think personally, if Bitcoin does close below 65K, we're more likely to see further retracement. And in turn, a lot of altcoins that are overextended are going to pull back. Is Matic overextended? Kind of, not really though. Compared to most, it's not, which is actually a good sign. It implies it may not pull back quite as hard as others, but it does also tell us that it's a little weaker than we'd like it to be. Because if you do, we pull this out here, you can see a pretty definitive support previously and a resistance now. So my speculation that 55 cents being a strong resistance is very high, because that was a previous support. If you can kind of see, there's about a dozen days there where the price action wouldn't break below, and inevitably did, and it really, really did. In fact, I think that was one of our Matic longs that got stopped out earlier, either in this month or late last month. I forget what the time frame was there, but I know we took an L on Matic here recently. Take a look here, though, of course, at the current situation for Matic. We look here at the 5 or 50 rather on the RSI. We can see we're above that for the moment. Does that mean we just go hard and long? No, it just implies that we're coming up to a resistance and we're kind of trying to figure it out. With stochastic trying to swing down here on the daily, that does lead me to believe we should see a shift in momentum to pull back to some of these lower fib levels. Now we'll extend that out and kind of look at that, pay attention today, but for the most part, the daily time frame looks decent from a momentum standpoint, but it doesn't look great with a potential for that shift in momentum coming. Specifically, the fact that we're stuck here at the resistance level. We are over the 20-day SMA, but we're under the 50, and that to me is not great. I don't like to take longs into the 50-day SMA personally, but again, every situation is different because, of course, you don't just take a trade based on one time frame. So let's look at the 4-hour, and let's see here. The most recent point of control, if you kind of exclude this 55 cent range, we have this level at about 50 cents even. So 50 cents is the lower point. And again, we can kind of see that right there, about 55, upwards of 56 cents as that point of control above the price. When you have a point of control above the price action, it implies it's a resistance inverse for the bottom or below. That all being said, we're looking pretty good here from a moving average standpoint, minus the fact that we're getting rejected by the 200, which is really common. Again, the 200-day SMA typically will average itself out at a high volume accumulation level, and it's going to take more volume to get through that. We're going to need a lot more volume than this to break through this, okay? So my speculation is that Matic will pull back with Bitcoin if Bitcoin retraces. If Bitcoin stays at 65K and goes a little bit higher, then we're inevitably going to probably break through that. So I know it kind of seems ridiculous to, base a trade off of what Bitcoin's doing, but that's almost the entire game of cryptocurrency, folks. If you're not on board with that, I'm sorry, you're probably going to keep struggling. Again, it doesn't make it any easier if you understand it, honestly, because it still just adds a level of complexity, but I try to make that simple for you. The best way to describe this is that Matic is running fairly concurrent with Bitcoin for the moment. It has a double top here. It's also slightly paired. It's paired differently in the sense that it's not increasing when Bitcoin increases, but it decreases when Bitcoin does. So that to me tells me there's a negative correlation there, a little bit more so of a negative correlation, letting us know that the price action is more due to correct itself than increase. So if Matic pulls back every time Bitcoin does, but Bitcoin goes up and Matic doesn't, what does that tell us? It tells us it's moderately weak. Again, it's nothing, no discredit to this coin. If you took offense to that just now, you're probably in the wrong industry. Or you're trading wrong too, because emotions don't belong in trading. Easier said than done, I totally get it. But if you want more understanding of that, I would recommend watching my Trading University videos. To anyone who just joined our community, please watch those videos on the website. And then, of course, read through our signals guide. You get a better understanding or perspective of generally my mindset trading. And so you can better navigate either the signals or the trade alerts that I send. Future reference too, folks, I do have trade alerts now for specific coins where you can essentially follow those types of coins and you get notified almost daily, of course, depending on the coins. I don't send alerts every single day for every altcoin, but we have multiple alerts throughout the day regardless. Anyways, just throwing it out there because a lot of folks are not sure. I'm bringing a lot of new features to the Discord here. I just like to make sure you're aware of that. Ichimoku Cloud, lagging spans intersecting. The price action keeps going up and down within the conversion line and the baseline. And the truth is we're over the cloud here. So the easy way to understand it is if we do not break this ascending trend line to the upside soon, we are more likely to fall down below for a bearish backtest of that most recent resistance and or the cloud that's effectively moving sideways. So the easy way to note this here is that we got to make a move soon. If we don't, we're going to be kind of stuck on this stupid little range bound type of scenario. And depending on what Bitcoin does, Matic will follow. That's really what it boils down to. And I've traded Matic with great success in the past, minus this most recent trade. And I can tell you that at this point right now, it's not the strongest or most awesome coin to trade. You're probably better off looking at some larger market cap coins or just some other coins that are generally performing better. So that's just me thinking out loud. Either way, I'm going to steer clear of this one here with a 10-foot pole, as they say. And if you are trading this, of course, just trade with caution, low leverage, low position size. You can trade this coin and many others on the world's best exchange. Highly recommend you use my link to register so you get some awesome rewards for being a newer trader with the exchange. No KYC or VPN required. Help us grow our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, and now TikTok Shorts. Also, decent amount of fun with those. Actually, I have a lot of fun with that. So thanks again for everybody just for the amazing feedback and just being an awesome part of my life. Don't forget to like the video. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day.